Hania might just be one of the most beautiful cities in Greece. But if you're visiting on a cruise ship, there's a catch. You're not actually docked here. You've only got a few hours, and every minute counts. Today, I'll show you exactly what you can see in Hania Old Town to make the most of your port call. Let's go! Hi fellow travelers, welcome back to the channel. Ken here from Ken Travel 360, and today we have arrived at Souda Port in Crete. This is day 3 of our Mediterranean cruise aboard Voyagers of the Seas. Originally, we had planned to drive to Elafonisi Beach, but the weather isn't looking too great for that plan. So we've decided to spend the day exploring the beautiful town of Hania instead. Souda Port is about 15 minutes away from Hania. To get into the town, we'll need to buy the transfer bus tickets from Royal Caribbean. It's quite convenient because they've got buses running throughout the day, and I think I heard from the tannoy that it's gonna cost $10 per person for a round-trip ticket. We just got off the ship. We're now walking through Souda Port. The sun has actually come out, but will it last? We shall see. So we just bought the return bus transfer ticket from Royal Caribbean. It's $10 per person. It's slightly more expensive than the local bus, but I guess it's hopefully more comfortable and a bit more guaranteed service. So as you can see, there is also city bus ticket. Let's get on to the shuttle bus. Well, as you can see, the seats looks really comfortable on this Royal Caribbean transfer bus. Over there, you can see the public buses that you can use. Yes, it's only €1.60 one way and $3.20 return, but you can see there are a lot less seats around. People are standing on the bus already. So we just arrived at Hania. We'll be walking to the Old Town and Venetian Harbour. They are the main sites. So if you have taken the public buses from the port, you'll be delivered here, which is actually much closer to the Old Town than Royal Caribbean shuttles will deliver you to, which is a little bit ironic, but there you go. Well, here we are. Welcome to Hania. This town is famous for its stunning Venetian harbour, colorful old buildings, and rich history. We've got about 5-6 hours to explore, so let's make the most of it. First thing first, we are going to head to the Old Town. Well, we have come to the first attraction here, which is the Byzantine Walls of Hania. So the Byzantine Wall of Hania, about a kilometer long, is the boundary which separates the old town from a fortified Acropolis. As soon as you step into the old town, you're hit with this beautiful blend of Venetian, Ottoman, and Greek architecture. Look at all these narrow alleys and full of little shops, cafes, and bakeries. You could easily spend a day here just wandering around. The colors on the buildings are very vibrant. It gives you the old world charm with a Mediterranean twist. This is the iconic Venetian harbour. It's one of the most photographed spots in Hania, and for good reason. Just look at the water, it's beautiful. And even on a cloudy day like this, it's still really nice. And behind me, you can see the Venetian lighthouse. It's actually one of the oldest in the world, dating back all the way to the 16th century. We'll be walking along the harbour and get a closer look at that in a bit. So behind me is a beautiful mosque called Hassan Mosque. Look at the pink dome. It's really photogenic. Well, behind me you have the old arsenal, and now I think it's an art gallery or museum. So as you walk along the harbour, you'll see this marina here as well. Lots of expensive yachts. Well, around the marina, we see a lot of cruises to nearby islands being advertised. They're very interesting. We would certainly have done it if we were not just on a day stop from our cruise ship. Perhaps when we come here again on a proper visit, then we'll do one of these. Well, we are halfway to the lighthouse, and here we have the Maritime Museum of Crete. Well, and behind me, this is the Hania Venetian Harbour Guard House. There's an amazing city wall up there with lots of people taking pictures of it. So we're gonna have a look. And looking back, you can see the old arsenal and all the waterfront structures. Well, there's a beautiful fort here. Right, we finally got to the lighthouse, the Venetian lighthouse of Hania. You can't really come to Hania without visiting this iconic spot. It's about a 10 to 15 minutes walk from the harbor, and along the way, you'll pass lots of little shops and cafes. The walk is really enjoyable because of the amazing views of the harbor. The lighthouse was originally built by the Venetians in the 16th century, but it was later restored by the Egyptians in the 19th centuries. Unfortunately, you can't go inside, but standing here with the gentle waves lapping around you is just awesome, incredible, definitely worth the walk. So we have finished with the Venetian lighthouse now. Our next attraction is the Venetian fortifications, which, as a crow flies, is just maybe a couple of 100 meters away, but it's probably gonna take us half an hour walk all around the whole harbor because there's no bridge or anything. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button now so you don't miss out on more cruise adventures. But after all the walking, you might work up an appetite and you can visit a Greek taverna for lunch. We are in one, but we are not eating because we have been eating a lot on the cruise ship. We'll have some Aperol Spritz instead. Cheers. Beautiful. Well, the weather has turned for the worse. It's now raining. It's just subsided a bit, so we're gonna check out the western fortifications and then we're gonna go back to the ship. With the weather worsening, we now come to the last attraction. We're gonna see this and we're gonna head back to the cruise ship. This is the western side of the Venetian fortifications. Apparently, it still got breached by the Turkish. So an hour later, we have finally crossed the harbor from that side to here, the fortifications. Yes, it's only took an hour, but in our defense, we did stop in a bar to have a Aperol Spritz, and that was well worth it. So it turned out this Venetian fortress, Circa Venetian Fortress, is actually part of the Maritime Museum. But the weather has turned rainy and windy again. I think it's gonna rain a lot, so we're gonna head back to the cruise ship instead of visiting the museum. We don't really want to get stuck in a big thunderstorm. So we're gonna wrap up our visit to Hania here. So I just noticed some interesting souvenir. Look at this. It looks like a book, but it's some ouzo. Well, the weather has got worse. We actually even heard thunders, didn't we? It's just raining and raining, so I think it's time to get back to the ship. Right, we are back at the cruise port. It's so rainy now. We're very thoughtful from Royal Caribbean because it's raining hard. They have given us umbrellas to walk across the ship. Wow, I'm so glad we have got back to our ship and our cabin. Look at the rain outside. It would have been really bad if we had gone to El Fornisi Beach. With the heavy rain, I decided to spend the afternoon filming footage around the ship for a full Voyager of the Seas tour, which will be coming on this channel at a later date. And before the sail away, We also decided to try something a bit more fun. Studio B is normally the ice skating rink, but today it's been transformed into a laser tag arena. So Steve and I signed up for a game.
So we just played in the Planet Z laser tag game and with the aliens team and we won. Yay! I'm so hot. I ran around crazy. I got the award, Trigger Happy. So I fired the most shots.
After the laser tag, it was time for to sail away. We headed to the helipad at the front of the promenade deck, which we found to be a great place to watch the sail out.
Yay! The rain has stopped and we're at the heli deck to see the sail away.
Even with the rain cutting our visit a little short, Hania was absolutely worthy, and in support will happily come back too. And I hope you enjoyed this adventure with us. If you did, please give this video a like and consider subscribing to the channel for more cruise ports and ship tours. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!